commercial line or variable line. And it's life insurance policies that build up savings inside the policy. Okay, and these policies work like this. Here's John and Mary, 35 and 33 years old. They have $150,000 on each of them, paying $298 a month. So let's round that off at $300 a month. So think about this. How much did John make? $4,000 a month. Round that off to about $50,000 a year. John passes away. Accident happens at work. He gets killed. How long is $150,000 going to last? Gone after a few years, right? $150,000 isn't going to last very long. They're paying $300 a month. Part of that $300, now they think, okay, well, I'm building up some savings, so I'm going to get some money back. This savings that builds up inside is kind of a big gray area question mark that people really don't understand clearly. Well, here's the rules of the savings account. The money inside the policy works like this. So part of that $300 pays for the coverage, and part of it goes to the savings. In the savings, the first year, sometimes the second and third, and sometimes more, there's no money in the account. So where does it go? That money goes to commissions and administrative costs. And there's no money in the account. So now we just talked about 72 and compounding interest and all that. Well, if you pay $3,600 in and you have zero in your account, is this your first time? $3,600 in the bank, and at the end of 1 year you have $3,600, that is zero. But if you have zero in your account, that's a negative 100%. Can you afford that? How's that as an investment? Okay? That's how that works, folks. So, number two is, if you want any money out of your policy, have you ever heard of people borrowing against their policies? Whose money are they borrowing? Is it good to borrow your own money? No. They're going to charge you between about 6 to 8% to borrow your own money. Isn't that unbelievable? Now think about this. Now think about this. If any of you, any business owners in here? Okay? Perfect. If your business, if you could charge millions of people, if you could charge millions and millions of people money and keep it, and then if they want it back, they got to borrow it back, could you make a profit? How's that? That's why it's the most profitable industry is the insurance business. That's why they have all these commercials and they spend about $100 million a year on advertising. Number three is, better than that is, in most all policies, they keep your cash value if you die. All the savings that you accumulate inside the policy, if you die, and John has $150,000 coverage, and maybe in the policy if God forbid if something happened to him, maybe 15 or 20 years into the policy, there might be $30,000 or $40,000 in the policy. If he dies, Mary only gets $150,000, and the company keeps the $30,000. Is that unbelievable? Folks, growing up, you know, I grew up in construction, and then you know a little bit about, you know, construction, a little rougher out there, you know. That is stealing. If somebody broke into your house and stole $30,000, what would you do? Would you just call the police? No, you go ballistic, right? Folks, that happens to people daily, weekly. It's unbelievable. So, what does Primerica do? We have a concept that's called buy term and invest the difference. With term insurance, term is straight coverage. It's just like homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance is pretty cheap. it doesn't build up no savings, right?
Right.
You pay maybe $500-600 a year, $800 a year, depending on the value of your house, and it doesn't build up no savings. Well, term is just like that. So in this example, we'll take the same $298. First thing we did is we doubled their coverage. We put $300,000 on each of them. So common sense would tell you, if they're paying $300 a month for $150,000, and we double their coverage, it's probably going to be about $600 a month. Well, with term, it's $123 a month. Okay? So we double their coverage. The next day, we double their coverage. God forbid something happened to John. Accident happens at the job. Is $300,000 better than $150,000?
Yep.
The second thing is we saved them $175,000 a month, or $175 a month. Talking some big numbers. Okay? So we saved them how much? $175. Again, we're going to invest that money in mutual funds. Have you ever heard of a Roth IRA? Okay, we're going to invest that in probably mutual funds, probably a Roth IRA. The reason why? Roth IRAs are tax-free. The government allows you to put every year, if you're 50, if you're younger than 50, you can put $5,500 a year into a Roth IRA. Each, husband and wife. Good point. If you're 50 or older, they allow you to put $6,500 a year into it. So in this case, we just saved them only $175. $175, averaging 9%. That money grows at retirement to over $500,000.
Awesome.
The difference now is, the insurance is separate from the savings. They're two separate accounts. If God forbid something happened to John or Mary, the beneficiary would receive $300,000 from the insurance policy, and the money in the mutual fund, they own that account. They get both. It's two separate accounts. Now, folks, is that a no-brainer? If it was explained as clear as I explained it to you, do you think people would do this crap over here?
No.
No. That's why we don't like these guys. Because they mislead people. So, here's A, the cash value kind, and here's B, the term and invest the difference. Would you choose A or B?
B.
Pretty simple, huh?
Yep.
Okay? So, not only what we say, anybody heard of Susie Orman? Susie Orman says you should only own one type of coverage, that's term life. Dave Ramsey says cash value insurance is the worst financial product available. Is that crazy? So it's not just what we say, it's what we do, but that's what all these consumerists that have no ties with companies say. So, this is our philosophy here. Well, some people say, well, you need insurance your entire life. Well, let's see if this makes sense. When you're young, and you have young kids and high debt and house mortgage, a loss of income would be devastating. Why would a loss of income be devastating? Because you don't have much money. When you're young and buying a new house and getting married, raising a couple of kids, things are expensive, right? So it seems like you're always spending money. Well, term, when you don't have a lot of money, you can afford a pretty decent sized term policy. Well, you have that, and then as you start saving money in that mutual fund we talked about, that only $200 a month over our lifetime from 30 to 65 grows to, remember that?
$1,200,000?
$1,200,000, right? So if you're out here at retirement age, now you have, in the example we talked about, like you eliminate your debt, you have over $1 million, that's only if you save $200 a month. If you start learning and investing and eliminating debt and saving more, you can accumulate $2-3 million at retirement. You have $1 million, $2-3 million at retirement. Now your kids are grown, your debts are low, your mortgage is paid. You need retirement income, not a life insurance policy you got to die to collect. You want to retire and collect some money, right? That's simple.
Yep.
So think about this. What other life insurance company do you know that teaches people how to eliminate the need for life insurance
at retirement by becoming debt-free and financially independent. See, you only need it until you got enough money to you're self-insured with your own money. Make sense? If you happen to be 30 years old and happen to have $2-3 million in your account, no debt, do you need life insurance? No. You get out here to 60 years old, you got $2-3 million and no debt, do you need life insurance? No. See, life insurance is to replace your income. Make sense? So, think about this. Is there a need for what we do?
Yes.
It's big. Folks, that Consumer Federation of America, that blew my mind when I seen that video. What we do is so important right now. Is there financial concepts helpful for everybody? Everybody needs this. Everybody needs to be on the right. But is this pretty simple stuff? You just got to know what you're doing and learn this. Number 3, can you see why our clients love us? See, when people really learn what we do for them, and they see the solutions we provide, the financial education we provide, when they really become a client, they love what we do for them. But on the other side, can you see that our competition don't like us? You know what? Listen, you have Allstate and you have one of those policies and you're going to switch and you're going to change to us. Do you expect your agent to say, oh, you're going to cancel my policy and go with Primerica? That's great. I'm glad you're saving money. You think they're going to do that? They ain't going to do that. You think WFG is going to say, you know what? Primerica, they're so good they save people money. No, they ain't going to say that. They're going to try and get that guy to put in more money in that policy. This is not a matter of opinion. This is a fact, a mathematical fact. The difference between term and invest the difference in a tax-free Roth IRA versus cash value life insurance. Not even a comparison. I don't care what your mama's opinion is, what your grandpa's opinion is, what your insurance agent's opinion. It is a mathematical fact.
Yep.
Money, dollars and cents. Okay? So,